Digikiwi did something extremely awesome in Bloons Tower Defense 6. They have this really cool little level up here, but it also has this really cool icon, which you can click on if you don't know. It'll tell you your max level. It'll say, you're so freaking awesome, Chris. You got a veteran level. You're veteran level 2. It'll tell you, wow, people absolutely hate you, Chris. People not only didn't follow you, they actually unfollowed you more than they followed you. You have negative 4,000 followers. Great job. But the one thing I want you guys to see in particular is right here, the highest round in Bloons Tower Defense 6. The highest round ever achieved. Now, I did not glitch this. I did not cheat the system. I did this legit. I did this real in Bloons Tower Defense 6. This is round 779. That's my current highest round that I've ever gotten to, and I can show this in sandbox mode as well. That being said, I want to point that out and just say, if you guys want to, please press that like button for me. And, of course, if you guys are enjoying this and you're enjoying my future videos, subscribe and enjoy the show. Hello and welcome back, my mega maniacal mooers. How you doing today? It's SJB here, and what you can tell is going on right now is probably not much. Well, actually, too much. We've got a lot of crap going on right now, and that's because we are trying to get the Ninja 555 or 6th tier tower, the Ascended Shadow. This is super exciting because we're going to see what this guy can do, and kind of anything that's crazy going on with this guy, we want to see it today. So the very first thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to make sure I got enough money. At this point, I could afford the Ascended Shadow, but I don't want to get a Paragon that's just a mild, low-level, level 3 Paragon or something like that. We actually want to get this guy up to the highest level Paragon that we can get in single player and see what he can actually do. So that means we're going to have to wait until probably around 130 or 140 before we actually pop this guy, because we need him to reach a total of at least 16 million pops. And right now we're at, 403,000 and 617,000, so we've just broke a million. That's it, guys. We're at a million. We need about 16 million, so we do need to play into that free play. We're going to see a drastic... Oh, God, I used it at the exact wrong time, guys, right when Bloons weren't coming out. Okay, you're going to notice less than 100,000 pops this time. Once we use this ability here, you're going to notice a drastic 100,000 pops. You're going to notice a drastic increase when we finally get to use our ability here. So let me let you guys in on a little secret here. If you notice my pop count, 147. When I finally get my ability getting used over here, you're going to notice a pretty drastic increase here. We jumped up 10,000 pops, just like that. And now we're jumping up another 10,000 pops, just like that. And if you're able to use this on a round where even more balloons come out, you're going to be jumping up pops like crazy. It's because this ability is entirely designed to make it so balloons come out with half of their health. That's BOA class balloons. So you're actually doing that damage as half of the health of whatever the heck these guys are. So if you really want to get that extra pop action, make sure you're using this ability right when balloons are about to come out over here. You're going to see that drastic increase in pops happening pretty quick over here. It's not the most insane thing in the entire world, but it is going to help you out quite a bit. If you want to just kind of leave this on and let it kind of ride it out, one thing you can do is you can definitely sentry pop this guy and just kind of let him get those extra pops as time goes on. Because we're at 120 at this point. I've been doing using these guys almost exclusively, pretty much the entire game here. We've got about 3 million pops on this guy. We've got about 3 million pops on this guy, and 200,000 pops on this guy. So we're only at about 6 million out of our total 16 million pops that we need, guys. We're not even close yet. Well, this is pretty exciting. We just broke 10 million pops on our ninjas. We got 5 million, about a million, 1.5 million, and another ridiculous almost 6 million here. We're getting really close, guys, but we are almost around 150, and we are starting to struggle a little bit against these regular blues. I will say that I'm actually really happy that I did this because I feel like starting at scratch randomly late in the game kind of sucks. So I decided to build some of my other Paragon monkeys and see how many pops I can get off these guys. The Art Monkey's struggling a little bit at this point. We've got about 2 million pops so far. But the Boomerangs have actually been rocking it, man. 2.5 mil, we've got almost 3 million, and this guy over here is over a million as well. So, we're not that far away from getting the other Paragons as well. If your ability actually gets timed right again, guys, just check this out. It's pretty freaking ridiculous over here. You can get so many pops, it's almost insane. But again, it has to be either timed right or you have to get a little lucky with the automatic aspect of it all. You can see this just, woo, hot diggity dough. I mean, that's like 15,000 pops every like second or something like that. And then when you actually get down to actually popping things, it's like down in the single or double digits over here. So that's pretty wild. Nonetheless, we are getting close. We're at 8 million here. That's more than half of what we need for the Ninja just with that one tower right there. We've got 6 million on this, guys. We're at about 14 million plus this. And I think we're there. 17 million. Woo! So I'm going to wait just a little bit extra. I want to get a little bit of overkill over here before I actually get this Ninja Paragon. As far as positioning goes, I was thinking I'm just going to throw him in the middle over here. I don't think that I want to... I don't know, maybe I should put him over here. I actually don't, I've never seen him before, so I don't know how he's going to work right now. And I'm going to probably end up regretting my positioning here, but I feel like I still have to do it anyways, guys. I have to do it. I have to pick one of these three. You know what? I could just sell one of these sell one of this guy right here, just reposition him if I really want to. I mean, it's only a couple extra rounds. I feel like I'm going to do that. You know what? I feel like I'm regretting my decision if I hate the position later on, so we're going to get another one of these guys. We're actually just going to sell him. Even though I was just talking about how to get extra pops, get them extra quick. This is still going to be better in the long term. Oh my god, guys, I'm pumped. I'm ready for this. Are you guys ready for this? This is going to be amazing. We're about to get the Ascended Shadow Grandmaster Amazing-tastic Paragon Ninja. This is the first time I've ever seen him. The one thing that I should point out is that there are kind of a lot of things going into making a max Paragon. And as a solo player, you cannot actually get a max Paragon. It is impossible. You need to do it in co-op. You need to do it with 4 other people as well. And everybody needs to have their 5th tier towers. And you need to go late game here to actually get a max level 100 Paragon. So, that being said, I think the max for us is going to be level 76. If I get a 76, I'm going to be very, very happy. If I get a 75 or 74 or 73 or something like that, I'm going to know that I screwed something up. But the general rule is you want to spend at least $250,000 on towers over here. So, you know, I've got about 30 of my ninjas up to 204. It's about $7,000 for each one of those ninjas. That's a great way to just spend your money. You need a certain amount of upgrades kind of combined together. I think you need like 100 total upgrades, but that kind of happens already if you're already getting so many of these sticky bombs and stuff. And then the other main thing you need is at least 16.2 million pops. Now, I'm not 100% sure that that's still the number. I'm really still hoping that they did not change that or adapt that or anything like that just to be jerks. But at this point, I'm pretty sure that's exactly how you get a max Paragon. You need all of those things combined together. So we've got our 250k, we've got our max pops, over 16 million, and I think we're ready to go. Let's get the Ascended Shadow. Go, go, go. I'm really hoping for a 76 here. Really hoping for a 76. Yeah! There we go! Here he is! Ascended Shadow, the complete assassin package for dealing with any balloon threat. Oh, snap! Look at that damage! That is wild! Look at the pop count! Ooh. This guy's freaking good, guys. This guy is freaking good. Now, of course, what we have to do is we're actually going to try to go late game with this guy. So we're going to try to get all 3 Paragons up to max level here. And then, in addition to that, I want to try to go for a Vengeful Temple. And then in addition to that, I'm going to try to go for some additional temples. But that's going to have to wait until later on in the game, guys. We want to get those Paragons. We want to get that Vengeful Temple up first. We're going to kind of like get some other random temples as we go on over here. Mainly, specifically, a support temple for Revengeful, and then a bunch of other random temples to try to do some extra damage. In addition, we probably want to get some other random 5th tier towers that do extra stuff for us, but it's not as important for us as some of the other stuff we have to do. So with this many towers on the screen, it's definitely difficult to tell exactly what the Ascended Shadow does, but it looks like he does shoot some pretty strong shurikens. Of course, he throws some sort of random bomb over here, and the bomb is, I think, what really is changing the game for us. That bomb, when it explodes, it does massive quantities of damage to all the balloons around it, specifically the above-class balloons. It just blows them up. Now, it makes me kind of want to leave this guy on last for whatever reason, so we can just throw the bomb on the last balloon and explode as many as we possibly can, because a lot of my towers are actually kind of shoving things backwards over here. I'm not sure if that's the right way to do it. Oh, maybe he doesn't even attack last. But he'll just continue to attack first anyways. Interesting. You can see the pop count against bad balloons. It's probably one of its weakest things. I think the bad balloons, no matter what, going to be difficult, but you can tell the bad balloons were already sneaking around over to kind of this general area for me. Now, with this ninja, we're killing him over in this general area. So that is a way, way, way better. We're going to easily make it to 200, and then we're going to shove it over and try to make it to 300, guys. All right, things are happening fast. We're already ready for the Boomer Paragon. I got over 40 of these boomerangs up, which is definitely overkill. It's about $7,000 to get one of these guys as 2-4 boomerang. So we definitely overkilled it a little bit. As far as pops go, 100% over. We got 10 million with just this guy and another 10 million with this guy. So we are totally good there, not even including the fact that we got 5 million with this guy. 25 million. So if all goes according to plan here, we should have a ridiculous level 76 Glaive Dominus as well. Let's do it, boys. Let's go. 76, there it is. I love to see it, man. Now, don't forget, this Boomerang Paragon got a huge buff in this recent update, so he should be extra juicily powerful. I also put him in this spot in particular, even though it may seem like, oh, it might be better to put him in the middle of the map, because this is where all the balloons are going to kind of go right next to my glaives. And you can tell we are doing massive damage over here, even against the bad balloons. Absolutely fantastic. I most definitely regret a few decisions about my late game gameplay here because I thought about it a little bit too late, but I have Sauda on my team, which is not a late game hero. I would have much preferred either a Vengeful Adora or a Zeely. I think those are probably the two best heroes for late game gameplay, and I'm a little sad that I've got Sauda here. So I don't know how to put her down or when I want to put her down, but I think I'm just going to do it. We're just going to throw her down kind of a bad spot, maybe over here or something like that, just to get her on the frickin' screen, guys. In addition to that, though, we do have to kind of work some magic here. I finally have to start doing some different stuff. So let's first of all get our Apex Plasma Master. We finally have those 16 million pops. I do have, I believe, 30-something Dart Monkeys over here. Let's do a few more just to be safe with it. We want to get that 79 Paragon if at all possible. So let's get these guys going. And let's get that Paragon up. This is my third Paragon of the day. 3 Paragons all in the same game, guys. Heck to the yeah. Apex Plasma Master. Let's go all the way over the corner here. Though I have to be careful, because if this is the wrong one, if this is my free Dart Monkey, I got they're all free Dart Monkeys. I don't know. I hope that it's going to be a 79. If all went according to plan, it's a 79. Ooh, whoop. Give me a 79. Heck yeah. We got 3 Max Paragons in single player now. This is awesome, and I really feel like my positioning on these Paragons is actually pretty freaking good, if you ask me. This might seem a little bit weird here, but the way this is going to work is it's going to shoot straight lines all the way through the entire top path over here, and then it's going to bounce off this wall and sort of explode. That's kind of my plan over here. We'll see if we can make it work, guys. Let's see if we can make it work. In addition, what I'm going to do is I am going to start turning off auto start, and I'm going to start building a bunch of my temples kind of all over the map here and just getting every single buff that I can possibly get in the game here. See if we can make it work in our favor, guys. So let's hop to it. So this is the part of the game that is very, very difficult, very, very upsetting, and very, very sad, because if you screw stuff up, life sucks. So what I recommend doing is, if at all possible, if you're unsure if things are actually going to go the way you want them to, the best thing to do is use your save points to your advantage. So what I can do is I can build, for example, 2 temples. I'm going to say, you know what, those are good enough for me. I feel happy with those guys. Let's go to the next round here, and then once we get to this next round, then I can start to do different stuff. Oh, look at that. Look at that coffin right there. That's pretty sweet, man. The extra large crap. I didn't even know I had that. That's nice. So I gotta be careful here. I'm still, like, barely surviving against reinforced bad balloons at this point, so I'm honestly a little unimpressed with how far we're getting with a pretty strong Vengeful Temple. Not max strength yet. I don't have him up to Permabrew and stuff, but probably should do that now that I think about it. And I've got a pretty good amount of towers kind of overall, but I'm still just, like, struggle-lucky just a little bit more than I'd like to. You know, look at that. Look at this bad balloon all the way around to the very corner over here, and I really don't know how much longer this is going to go for, guys. Hot diggity dog. We got a 10 times overclock guy. Let's start 10 times overclocking literally everybody else on the screen, and mainly my temples. Oh, this is a scary one, guys. Look at everything we're touching. I'm trying to get an extra support temple on top of this guy right here. So I'm like right there to absorbing this one, this one, this one, and even my Vengeful. I'm like pretty close here. So let's hope for the best. We're going to go for it. I've got some military and some you know what? I'm not sure if I spent 50k on this guy. Let's just confirm. Let's just get an extra balloon trap over here. And let's hope for the best. Go, 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 go. Woo! There it is. And I want to get that super range and that epic range right there. And now we're supporting, like, every single one of these temples. That is awesome. Now, one other thing is I actually got rid of my village here to make sure that I was actually going to be able to survive here. So we're going to put this back in action. We're going to start building some more villages and a couple other 5th tier towers. We're on around 260 right now, and it's already feeling pretty dangerous. Breaking even 300 is going to be rough, even with this amazing strategy we've got right now. I think we are maxed out on temples because once we get the Vengeful going, all of it acts as a support temple, and it makes our range just too big for a lot of these super monkeys. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 temples, if I counted correctly here on the screen. That's not the max that you could fit. You could probably get a little bit closer to 20 or 22 or something like that on this map, but that still feels really good for him to actively play, getting all 3 paragons and everything combined together. So, I know your nipples are erect at this point, so let's get going. Let's check out round 261 in action. At this point, it does get a little bit wild, where it's like, do you even know what the heck is going on? There's so many projectiles on the screen. I really, really hope Ninja Kiwi comes with a hidden projectile feature or something like that. Projectiles under balloons feature or something like that eventually. At least I'm hoping for it. You know, maybe it's even come up in this update and I just haven't seen it yet. That would be cool. I'd actually really enjoy that if they did something like that. Anyways, you can tell around 261 here, you can kind of see where the balloons are coming in. You can see where the Vengeful Temple is attacking. Just look for these dark blobs over here. You can see we pop that when we're back to shooting up the front over here. I'm doing an excellent job overall. So a few things that I want to do is I want to keep on moving my... hopefully this is the right guy here. I want to keep on moving my... Oh, wrong one. I want to keep on moving my Alchemist. Is this the one? There he is. Keep on moving my Alchemist around a little bit and see if I can power up as many of these temples as I possibly can with the alchemy. And then I want to, of course, overclock them all to 10 times if possible, but that's going to take a really, really long time. Right now, I'm at 1 temple to 10 times, and this temple I'm just at 3 times right now. I think that's about the fastest I can get because I do have this Energizer all set up and everything as well. So, it's going to be quite a few rounds before we actually get everything going up in here, and I haven't built any of my other 5th tier towers that I really want to get eventually. But for now, things are going, at the very least, reasonably smooth. We are back again, my wonderful, juicy, delicious, chicken nuggety friends. This is round 299, about to break 300! I definitely overkilled the farms. I have over $4 million left. I think I had like $8 million at one point, and I can still spend my money on things, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not there yet. But I have spent most of my money already. Like, I've got all the temples that I'm going to need, and I've got my Vengeful Temple, and I've got my 3 Paragons, so there's not that much more that I, like, really, really need. So at this point in the game, what I've been doing is I've been making sure that I've been overclocking or overcharging or overdriving or whatever the heck you want to call it, all of my temples. So I've got a few of them already done up. You know, I've got 10 times overclock, I got them perma-brewed, I got homeland defense on them, and I got support temples on most of my temples here. So, it's going to take a while, though. You know, it takes, I don't know, we get about an overclock per round or so, maybe a little less than an overclock per round. And I have to perfectly time these to make sure that I'm moving on to the next temple as time goes on. So it's going to take another 100 rounds or so, at least, to kind of just overclock all of my temples, let alone the other ridiculousness that might end up happening over here. So, I'm working on it. I'm doing my best right now, guys, and you can tell that I think this is the temple that I'm currently overclocking. He's only 2 times, so we got a lot of work to go. All right, guys, we are finally struggle-lugging here. Round 343 is the first round that I officially lost on in the late game. I lost on like 180 or something like that, or like 200, something like 204, I think it was. It was like a really, really ridiculous round for me before I started getting all of my temples going and everything. At this point, I don't have everything overclocked, but a majority of the things are 10 times overclocked, specifically all of my temples kind of around the board here. Again, not all of them, but that was before I decided to get all of my 5th tier towers going. So now what I'm trying to do is I'm getting all of my sentry bots to sort of activate. I got a bunch of extra 5th tier towers in here, and I wanted to make sure that I can do my absolute best here to try to keep me in this game. 350 is like my absolute minimum of what I want to get. Don't know if that's going to happen, but that's what I want to get. And then if I can make it to 400, though, I would be absolutely amazed. I would be stunned if we can make it to 400 plus, because this is getting pretty ridiculous. At this point, though, you really only can build in between rounds. You cannot build during a round. It just gets so laggy and impossible to see that it's just worthless. So for me, it's all about just waiting in between the rounds. Build some crap if you want to, but lag is real at this point. Lag can kill us at this point. And in fact, I think we're actually losing some of our popping power because of lag. But that's just my thought on it. So let's keep riding this out and see if we can make it to at least 350, guys. So I've been thinking about it, and this video has been going on for about 5 days now. It's been a long video in the making, and I regret a lot of decisions that I've made. I think the main decision that I regret is my hero still. It sucks so hard. I was thinking about who I should go for. I was thinking, oh, maybe it's really Adora, dude. Why am I not even thinking about Adora? She's obviously the best hero in the game, and she's the best late game hero in the game. Not only can she become vengeful, but she can make your temples even stronger. And I regret my decision so hard. But at the same time, we still have 3 level 100 highest level paragons that we can in this game. And we're going to ride it out. We're going to ride it out into the sunset, guys. Wherever we end up losing, I'm still going to be proud of myself for getting this far. And I think eventually I might end up, trying again. You know, to be honest with you guys, just kind of seeing where I can get to, seeing how far I can get, and sort of have some fun with this. Obviously, not every late game video is going to be the most important and most life-changing thing in your entire life, but I think it's worth it to try for one of these at the very least. What's interesting is, because every single round is that much more exponentially difficult, it really does feel like it's a hard run. Getting around 200, no problem. Getting around 225, okay. Through 250, 275, 300. Once you finally break 300, you start to realize the pain of going late game. You can't just sit there with a Vengeful Temple and a couple Paragons and think you're going to get super far. No, you actually have to worry about doing everything in the game that you could possibly imagine. Not only do we have all of our towers overclocked to 10 times at this, almost all of our towers overclocked to 10 times at this point. We had to get Homeland defenses in the right spot, Call to Arms in the right spot, spent over $1,000 on Sentry bots and things like that. Things are pretty wild right now. And I don't know how much further we're going to make it, guys. Now, my current highest round in this game is round 779, but that is not a real highest round in Bloons Tower Defense 6. That is a almost arbitrary fake highest round in the game, because that was in like one of the very first patches that ever existed in this game. And back then, it was very easy to go late game, and no longer is that the case. Now it is difficult. Round 350 and round 400 are just that much more difficult to get to, but we're going to try for it, guys. We're going to see what round we're going to get to here and have some fun doing it. Oh my god, guys. Check it out. 399. I honestly did not think we were going to make it this far. I totally thought we were going to lose on 350 something. But it's official. Every single one of my my temples here, I believe, is overclocked. Oh, man, look at that. I showed you the first one that's not. I believe they're all overclocked to 10 times here. We've been spending so much time trying to get these guys all set up for you. It's freaking ridiculous. On top of that, we've been getting all of our other towers up to 10 times overclocked as well. Some of the more important ones like the Super Mines and the Flying Fortress and that. The one that and the Ice Tower, I really wanted to get this guy up to 10 times as well. And now what I want to finally get is my Alchemist going. So we're going to overclock this Alchemist up to 10 times as well. The way I've been doing this, by the way, in case you guys are curious, is I do start with overclock on this guy. I get my Sentry bot started on this thing. I come back at about 8 minutes or so, 10 minutes or so, and usually by that point, it's 10 times overclocked. I move on to my next tower. So realistically, I don't have to sit here like nonstop for like 30 minutes in a row, just doing annoying things. But at the same time, it still takes a long time, guys. Coming back and forth here and there. It's been running for the past about 12 hours just today to try and get you guys this video. So let's pop out round 400 for you, and let's have some fun. You can just see all of the monkey aces when they start shooting here. It's absolutely ridiculous. 400 plus, though. I would not have expected this. Alrighty, I think the new Bloons stopped coming out here, so we can kind of see where round 400 is going to lead us. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there is a Bloon somewhere in this general area. It looks like somebody's trying to attack that thing. Usually what you can do is try to look at where the Vengeful Temple seems to be attacking, and that is the most likely place for a Bloon to be. But even now, with this insanity going on right here, it is very, very, very difficult to get this all happening here, guys. It's freaking insane. So, the only thing we can do is just do our best here and try to pop these silly little balloons. Will we take down round 400? Come on, I know you want it. I know you want it. We got auto start off so we can finally see the break of what happens at the end of round 400. Will anything crazy happen besides us getting a really sad little insta-monkey for all that work? They need to give us like really awesome insta-monkeys for beating these higher tier rounds, guys. There's just no other way that this should happen at all. It just doesn't make sense. All right, huge spike storm flopping out here. And yeah, there it is. We get a 130 village. All right. I will take me some of that action right there. And then we have to press go again. Oh, 427. So this is the last money I'm going to spend for you guys. I'm going to spend 500 monkey money. We're just going to look at the ridiculousness of what I got here. I believe that what I can do is I probably can possibly maybe beat 427, maybe beat 428, maybe beat 430. We're going to try to get to a few more higher rounds here and see if we can pull this off. The main thing that I'm going to do is going to be actively here. I'm going to actively use my abilities whenever possible. And in addition to that, I'm also going to try to overclock my Vengeful Temple, if possible. So I'm going to get rid of my Sentry Bot here, or stop him from Sentry Botting things. We're going to see if we get this overclock up in time and actually defend here. But right now, abilities are not easy to use, guys. Abilities are not easy to have actually things happening at this point. So, I don't know, man. I would like to push it to at least one more round here. 428 just seems like a good round to get to. So let's push it, baby. Well, I made a very, 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 very bad mistake, guys. These sentry, champion sentries are underneath my temple. So if I try to click overclock on these guys, it just overclocks these guys instead of the temple. And I think that's going to mean we're going to lose, guys. I don't know. We're going to try. We're going to try to push it. Maybe we'll get lucky, but I'm thinking it's unlikely at this point. Very, very unlikely at this point. Uh-oh, bad news is happening again. I think this is bad news right here. Ken. Oh, no. What's happening? Is it sinking? I think it's going. Oh, I think we got it. I think we popped it right before it snuck through the back there. I think it's hard to tell exactly what's going on right now. All right, maybe we survived one more. This is where how do I decide which one of these is the Vengeful Temple, guys? Look at this, all up in here. It's impossible to tell. This is where my Vengeful Temple is. Oh, we did it. We survived another round. All right, guys, it's official. Round 428. We tried so hard. We got so far, but this is where we must finally admit defeat. Again, I think there's a couple things that I could have done to do a little bit better. Going Adora, making sure I overclock a little bit earlier, probably trying to get more towers on the screen a little earlier, even though it's going to cause more lag. It'll make my late game easier. And possibly a couple other things, but I think overall we did a fantastic job, guys. 428 is a and a better map. I think a better map would have helped us out a lot. This is kind of a weird map to go late game on, but you know, maybe it is the best. I'm not sure. Resort seems like one of those weird maps that just is kind of goofy. Regardless, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to press that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for some more awesome Super John Bombo content. And of course, have a super duper delicious day.